What is up, guys? Justice here, and today we're going to talk about the deadlift, how to get a perfect optimal setup for you on the deadlift. 4 easy steps. This is a video I should have done so long ago because there was a time period when I was trying to search for how to set up in the deadlift. How did I know that my setup was right? How did I know that my hips were at the proper height? And a lot of people will say in videos, well, if your hips shoot up, then start your hips higher, blah, blah, blah. They'll start to isolate the things like the hips alone without talking about the rest of the setup, and that really threw me off. It was very hard to realize if I was doing the deadlift correctly or improperly. Well, this video is gonna solve that problem if it's one that you have, or if you're just wondering if your setup is the best for you. This video will show you exactly how to set up in the perfect way for you, and like I said, in 4 quick steps. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing I'm gonna bring out is sort of a side note, but it has to do with stance, foot stance, in terms of distance of the feet away for the deadlift. A lot of people wonder how close, how far should it be for a conventional deadlift? Well, one way to quickly find out is to go ahead and walk up or run up like you're gonna do a jump. So like you're gonna do a vertical jump and try to jump as high as you can. When your feet land naturally, that's a good place for you to start, because that's your body telling you that that's where you are gonna be able to make the most power and derive the most force out of your body. Now let's get right into the steps. The first step you wanna do is make sure that bar is over your midfoot, right? So when you're looking down at your feet, it may seem like your midfoot is farther ahead than it actually is, but take into account your whole foot, big toe to heel. You wanna be in the middle of that, not just in the middle of what you can see by looking down. And for most people, that's gonna be right around where the shoelaces are on your shoe. Of course, this depends on the shoe that you have, but that's a good place to start. Bar over midfoot, very important, very, very important. And then make sure the bar does not move throughout any of the steps I'm gonna discuss going forward. The bar needs to stay over the midfoot. The next step is to bend down to grab the bar. Now, when I mean bend down, I don't want you to bend at the knees at all. Most of the going down to grab it should just be a rounding of the back, right? We don't want the knees to bend yet at this point. We'll get to that later. So go ahead and grab the bar without bending the knees. The next step after that is to get your back flat, right? This is a really good time to flatten out your back. Bring air into your core, brace, flex the lats, get the back as flat as you can. And then right after that step number 4, is to bend your knees to get your shins to hit the bar, right? Once you've done that, once you've done all those 4 steps, you have just put yourself in a spot that is your optimal deadlift position. You are now ready to go. One way to check to make sure that you're in a proper position for yourself is to maybe film yourself from the side or take a picture from the side and make sure that that bar lines up with the back of your scapula, right? Or you can think your rear delts. If that is the case, then when you pull up and lock out, the bar should go in a completely straight line. That means you are in a good position. Where your hips are at that point it's fine as long as that back is flat and the bar is still over that midfoot. That is a position you should be in. You don't have to overthink it any more than that. You don't have to do anything different than that. That is your position. After that point, you just stand up with the weight, right? Drive those hips forwards, use those glutes and those hips, and lock out that lift. So that's it. That's how you set up for a deadlift that is perfect for you, optimal for you, and will help keep you safe and also make sure that you're as strong as you can possibly be by being the most efficient you can possibly be, pulling that bar in a straight line. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, comment below. I'd love to hear what you think, or if you have any ideas for future videos. Share this with your friend, somebody that you deadlift with, or somebody that you know that deadlifts that needs some help with their setup or maybe their form. This would be great. And check the description below for all my social media outlets where I post a lot on Instagram, Snapchat, stories, giving you guys as much as I can in terms of content. Thanks so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next one.